You've probably seen the movies, with the terrifying porcelain doll, wide-eyed and sinister. But the real story of Annabelle is somehow even more chilling. It doesn't begin with a creepy doll maker, but with a simple gift. In 1970, a nursing student named Donna received a present from her mother, a seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll. Donna and her roommate Angie didn't think much of it at first, placing it on a bed in their apartment. But then, strange things started to happen. At first, it was subtle. The doll would be in a slightly different position than they left it. A leg crossed, an arm moved. They'd come home to find it in a completely different room, sitting on the couch, even though they were certain they'd left it in the bedroom. Then, things escalated. They began finding little notes, written in a childish scrawl on parchment paper. The messages said things like "Help us" and "Help Lou." Lou was Donna and Angie's friend, and he was deeply unsettled by the doll from the very beginning. He felt an evil presence around it and warned the girls to get rid of it. But they didn't listen. Donna, feeling sorry for what she believed was the spirit of a lost child, decided to bring in a medium. The medium held a seance and told them the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins. She claimed that Annabelle had died on the property where their apartment building now stood, and she felt a connection to Donna and Angie, wanting to stay with them and be loved. The girls, being nursing students with compassionate hearts, felt pity. They gave the spirit permission to inhabit the doll, and that's when the real horror began. Granting permission was a catastrophic mistake. The activity intensified dramatically. The doll was no longer just moving, it was malicious. One night, Lou was sleeping in the apartment when he woke up, paralyzed. He couldn't move. Looking down at his feet, he saw the Annabelle doll slowly climbing up his leg. It moved onto his chest and began to strangle him, causing him to black out. He woke up terrified, convinced it wasn't a dream. The next day, Lou and Angie were in the apartment, planning a road trip. They heard rustling from Donna's room, as if someone was there. Lou, fearing a break-in, cautiously approached the room. The noises stopped as he reached the door. He entered the empty room, but then, a sudden, searing pain shot through his chest. He looked down to see several distinct claw-like scratches, bleeding and burning. They looked like they had been made by an invisible hand, but he knew what it was. The doll was in the corner, staring. That was the final straw. Terrified, Donna finally accepted that this wasn't the spirit of a little girl. They contacted a priest, who, in turn, called in the famous paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. After investigating, the Warrens came to a chilling conclusion. There was no Annabelle Higgins. It was a demonic entity. Demons don't possess objects, they possess people. This entity was using the doll as a conduit, a manipulative tool to attach itself to a human host. Its ultimate goal was to possess Donna. The strange movements and childish notes were just a trick to gain their sympathy and earn their permission to enter their lives. The Warrens performed an exorcism on the apartment, and for Donna's safety, took the doll with them. But the evil wasn't contained. As Ed drove home, with Annabelle in the back seat, the car began to malfunction. The brakes failed, the steering went haywire, and he was nearly killed in several accidents. He had to stop the car, sprinkle the doll with holy water, and only then was he able to make it home safely. Today, the real Annabelle doll, the innocent-looking Raggedy Ann, is locked away in the Warrens Occult Museum in Connecticut. It's not in a regular display case. It's housed inside a specially built glass box, secured with prayers and holy blessings. A sign on the case reads, "Warning, positively do not open." It's said that even from behind the glass, the entity attached to the doll still tries to exert its influence. So, the next time you see a cute old doll in a thrift store, maybe think twice. You never know what might be waiting to come home with you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more dark histories.